CTU Training Solutions is happy to announce that we've concluded a collaboration agreement with Inobits, and we are very excited that this will lead to new business opportunities for us. It effectively means that CTU Training Solutions becomes Inobits' Microsoft learning partner. What is unique about Inobits? They are currently very active in consulting at a very high level for Microsoft. And because in the past they did learning solutions as well, they have a number of very high level MCTs, Microsoft certified trainers, who are currently consulting in the market at a very high level. What is exciting about that CTU now, as Inobits' learning partner, has access to what we call consultant MCTs, which means that at a 400 and 500 level training, we are able to deliver high level training interventions to the market. And this really will empower us to take our Microsoft high level training to a totally new level. From an Inobits perspective, this gives Inobits fantastic market exposure in terms of delivering consultant MCTs that will train high-level Microsoft professionals straight through the market. And it also unlocks the national footprint that CTU has in South Africa to deliver training across the country, which is a very exciting perspective. So we trust that the relationship between Inobits and CTU Training Solutions will go from strength to strength in the next few years. And just to prove that CTU Training Solutions is really a quality Microsoft learning partner, I would like to proudly show you that for the 2012 year, we were able to secure the Microsoft Learning Partner of the Year award, and we're very happy with that. And I think, this new collaboration agreement with Inobits is going to make it very difficult to take this award away from us in the future.
Hi, I'm Andre Kirkland. I am a technical consultant at Inobits Consulting. My main role is to go around and do implementation projects for especially large enterprise style customers, where I'll usually start off by analyzing their requirements and then building them a solution that makes sense to them and delivers the functionality that will make their lives easier. The technologies that I work with is core infrastructure products. So it ranges from Windows Server through Active Directory, Exchange, Link, SharePoint, System Center, the Forefront products. I have had to learn to know enough about a very large range of the products to be able to use them sensibly. I have also been a Microsoft certified trainer for approximately 15 years, and what I've tried to do throughout the last decade and a half is to spend a proportion of my time delivering training, and I do that because I find that makes me a better consultant. Do certain of the implementation choices that are available in order to solve real-world problems. Tell people not just how the technology works, but often where the technology goes wrong. The other thing that's very important to me as part of training is also the hands-on experience, because I personally believe the technical, theoretical knowledge you can pick up out of a website or a book or article. Okay, there's no reason to have somebody verbalize it to you to just get that little piece of knowledge. But during a typical class or workshop, there will also be a hands-on lab opportunity, and sometimes people tend to almost skim over that a little bit and go, oh, we're just burning up time so we don't have to talk all day long. But I personally believe that is almost the most valuable part of the entire course, because now you've got the opportunity to use a canned, pre-built environment with usually a lot of complexity built into it, scenarios that you might not necessarily have available in your home or production environment, where you're now able to go and experiment in a safe place and try things out and learn some of the complexities perhaps of how to do a particular task, see sometimes how the things go wrong, okay, and learn from your experiences there, the experiences of the other people in the room, and then have experts available that are able to walk over and say, okay, when you're having that particular problem, this is why, let's work our way through it. As part of my training career, I've very often been asked to deliver training on topics where there wasn't necessarily training material available. A big part of the reason for this is for many years I and my company were pulled into the delivery of training for the pre-release products. Things like Windows 2000, when it was still being called NT5, we were already busy delivering training on it. We literally trained every single continent except Antarctica. Windows Server 2012 has just launched. This is a very significant release of Windows for Microsoft. It's going to be quite significant for many customers because it's going to start allowing some usage scenarios that people have been dreaming of up to now and haven't always been able to achieve. Okay, it's going to allow you, especially in the virtualization and management space, to build solutions where you can now realistically take very large parts of your customer infrastructure that maybe up to now has been running as individual physical servers and go and convert them into virtual machines running on a far smaller physical footprint. And not only does the Windows Server 2012 platform have the scalability to be able to handle that, but it's also got the management hooks inside of it to allow you to sensibly be able to manage that entire infrastructure so that you can perform your management with just less resources. One of our biggest problems in the industry is skill shortage. There are just not enough people always who have the necessary skills to be able to manage IT infrastructures. And it's a long and expensive process to train those people up. And consequently, you want to try and do more with less.
I am Davy. I've been a MCT trainer for many years. I got involved in training the first time in 1993 from a Novell perspective, a Novell MC trainer. And I moved across to Microsoft, where Microsoft in 1999 started a Windows 2000 directory services. Instructor-led training is one of the primary training components we do. These days, it is highly customized. A company, say for instance, would like to deploy a new technology. If for self-study, to ramp up into a technology area takes about 6 months, and that slows down business to an extent. So the point is that you have to upskill your environment to maintain, say for instance, the new technology, or deploy the new feature set in 2-3 weeks or maybe 4 weeks. My technology areas is Active Directory and the email environment like Exchange 2010. Recently we've started with also with Microsoft Link. Also integrates with Exchange under the banner of unified communication. That's your instant messaging, your voice. It can be extended to enterprise voice, where a person can have a telephone on his desktop. So when, say for instance, you're sitting on the internet and want to talk to him, you can talk from your PC in a Skype form with a software phone, and you can talk to your colleagues at work. You can set up the web conferencing, where 2 or 3 people can actually have a video conference with each other, cutting distance. So from that perspective, we deployed Link in the architecture. That gives you the ability to do web conferencing. Massive cost savings. All you need to have is a relatively fast and stable internet connection.
I'm Jason Joubert. Work for Inobits Consulting as a Microsoft consultant. Been working in the consulting environment now for the last 9 years, working for Inobits. Included with that consulting is doing training for Microsoft partners typically. The type of training that we do is instructor-led training, as well as lab-based. We analyze and see what skill sets they currently have in the organization, and then of course see what is lacking or what training requirements are needed in order to get the client or the staff up to a certain skill level in order to be able to manage the environment more effectively. So there's a lot of new advantages by using the new System Center product range. As we said, the benefit of it is, first of all, the administration side of it, the implementation side of it, and of course the maintenance side of it.